you. So as stated before, I'm kind of one of those backwards people. So I'd like to actually show you the presentation, what the sway would look like, and then deconstruct it if that's okay.
Okay.
So let me.
I'm going to unshare so that you can share your screen.
Awesome.
Okay, it's all you.
Okay, thank you. All righty. I think I can share my screen. It's not. It's not letting me share.
Okay. Wait, let me see, make sure I enabled it for you. Yep, you should be able to share. So if you click the share screen, and you should get a pop-up that has the different options for the screen.
Oh. Okay, sorry. Okay, so this is actually my the way that I had my IEP. If I were in an actual meeting, let me move this down a little bit. If I were in an actual meeting, I actually would show this and it would play and I could scroll down. I have my purpose, who my individuals are. So this is actually what my parents and everybody else in the meeting is able to see. You're able to place photos. One of the things I want you to see is the stack capability. So these were my goals. Now, because I was in a video chat with other individuals, they participated and they gave me their information. So this allows me to narrate my pictures in a stackable form. Your video is seamless. And then you just exit out. And then you can pause even in the system. At the end, you have these items, and then you're done. So how did I get here? Let me go and show you that part.
So Angela, would you say that Sway is almost like a digital bulletin board where you can post things, but you can interact with them as well?
It is, and actually, it's probably more like your PowerPoint presentations. It basically because if you automate a PowerPoint, you can kind of go through slides.
Right.
So it's probably more like a PowerPoint presentation 2.0. So actually, and you'll find out. I mean, because like as you said, a bulletin board, you're kind of able to go through, but with your PowerPoint, it gives you the opportunity to insert multiple slides.
Very good.
So that's how this looks in a play version. But then I'm able to, this is basically how we start to construct our sway. If you're wondering how you get to your sway, if you go to your opening screen, to your face screen of your RCOE suite, you'll notice that you have multiple applications. Your sway application happens to be right here. And it gives you some options. You can, you don't necessarily have to start from scratch. I think my very, very first sway, I actually used the presentation, their presentation template. Of course, it'll allow you to start editing. And it's pretty intuitive. So it'll start preparing and it'll populate something and you're able to actually go through and build on top of the sway that they already have. Or you're able to start from scratch. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna just start from scratch for you. And doing so, you literally just go back to your suite, pull it up, and say, I want to start from blank. Here, this is going to actually be your title page, if you will. the beginning of your sway. So we're gonna just say, you have the option to put a text or a photo. So in this case, your headliner will have,
I thought you were going to put an RCOE tax appointment or something. Let's go do our taxes on Sway.
So so now you're kind of like, okay, so how do I get that picture? If you come over here, I don't know if you guys are able to see the insert box.
Yes.
You open up that insert box. It actually has a drop down menu for you. And I'm gonna say, I want images of teachers. And it'll start to populate every imaginable image and video of teachers. Right now, I just want a picture, an image. So I'm gonna choose image. I choose it, and either I can push this add button or I can drag and drop. Now, the other nice tool about this is it actually will give you an option to show the whole picture or just a portion of the picture. I want the whole picture. So I'll go here to focus point and push the entire image is important. If not, Sway will choose what they think is most important. Okay. Now we're ready to start building or stacking our PowerPoint Sway presentation. So I'll add here, and let's say Teachers Rock is going to be my header. I'm sorry, my title page, and I'm ready for my header. And so I say something like, teachers learn as we go. Here, once again, you have the option for another background. Here goes some teachers, they look like they're trying to learn something. And then here, if you notice, this is going to actually, these lines are important because it's going to tell you what information is going to actually be inside of that particular section, section 1. So I come down here and I want a text. Type whatever you want.
Did you just hit the plus button to get that text box?
I apologize, yes. So this button will give you a lot of options. So if you just want another text, you have the option to go here. If you want an image, you can just push image. If you want a media, like a video, you can go here. But notice if you end up using some of the video options that are available in Sway, it will actually give you, it'll populate quickly. You can also videotape yourself right from your computer. I love filters, so I don't ever do live video. But you do have the option. You can upload a video of yourself, which generally I'll pre-do a video and put it in there. But here we just have text here. Here you want your I'm gonna choose a video. Let's choose this video on, okay. This looks awesome. Good teachers versus bad teachers. It's a video. You literally just press on whichever one you want and add it into your text or drag and drop. Let's say you want multiple videos. You're able to actually go in here, insert, and stack. The stack capability or a toolbar allows you to put multiple videos within that one section. So let's say I'm gonna say running scary teachers. Put that right there. Go ahead.
I completely missed what you touched to get the stack.
The stack. So if you come over here into this plus button, and everything, you literally can go back and fill it in and take it back out. So if you go to the plus button, you have these options. Suggest that you can do a header text, a regular text, image, stack, or upload. If you go to the upload, you're actually able to upload your own video. So a lot of times I'll actually have things in my Google Drive, and so you're able to access it.
So Adriana, so she chose stacked from that selection. Stacked is what you want to choose to be able to stack videos in one section.
In one section, right.
Yeah.
So, you know what, it's gonna be random, you guys will be okay. I'm gonna cut and paste here. Student learning outcomes, it looks good. And having what you want already in a section to cut and paste makes it a little faster and easier for you to composite your, to put together your sway. Now, this is still, unfortunately, the only thing is that a lot of times your uploaded videos will take a while, but your uploaded videos does not stop you from being able to build, which is awesome because you already know what you want in there. So I'm going to go back here to my image. This teacher looks cool. Put her there. The caption will actually show up. So if you, in that section, if you want to put a caption, pretty in pink, sounds good to me. Now, let's say I decide I don't want this and I'm ready to end my stack. If I'm ready to end my stack, oops, there goes my stack. I literally just delete it. But I'm ready to start on a new section of my sway. I come back here. It asks me I'm trying to get this out. It basically gives me the option. Now, one of the other things I want you to notice too is if you want, you're not necessarily ready to end that portion of your sway, but you want to bring in a new thought, you're able to go here, come up to text, and it gives you the option to do a header 1 or a header 2. Header 2 basically is this, it will fall within that same scope, but it gives you kind of like a bullet point, if you would. So you know how you have your bullet points, and then you have all of those sections that relate to that particular topic. But you're like, oh, but this is really important. This is a second, like your subheader. Your header 2 is just that.
So you have like a title and then a subtitle.
Right. That's a better way of saying it. So if you come here, this is going to be in the same section as that last one, but now you have a section 1.1. Okay. And I'll just say, teachers rock too.
Now, just for clarification purposes,
Mm-hmm.
we're in design view. Once we're done inputting all of our content, there is an actual finished version that will look a little different from this, right?
Yes, and personally, I don't wait until the end. Literally, if you go to play, it'll show you what it looks like.
Oh, okay. So it's like a preview.
Right. And so let's say you're like, ooh, I don't like that. You can literally go back in and edit it.
Okay, nice.
If you go out, you edit. Okay. These, so because these stacked, they're like, it seems like it's one, you can literally come back in here and either unstack it or add more information.
Can you preview us the section that's stacked so we can see what it looks like once it's stacked?
And I think that it's, so if I go back into, and as you can see, you can literally move and drop anything you want. So if we go in, you'll notice that it, this is.
Oh, okay.
So you have these in literally in a cluster. where basically the individual would be able to to flip through what it is that they want to see.
Very good. Thank you.
And then here goes your your header to or your subtitle is in this section. So I'm like, I'm not finished. I really want to go back in and do some more. I'd like to go back to the intuitive nature. Oh, let me show you. Also, these two lines delineate between the current section and you entering into the next section. So your darker section is going to be a part of that stackable. If you come down here to this lighter gray, you're ready to go into your next header. Now, once again, now let's say that I want to talk about dogs. I'm going to show you the intuitive nature of this sway. If I come back over here and literally pull these things up, it'll bring me any image of dogs that I want. If I choose all, because I'm not really sure, it'll give me images of dogs and, give me videos. And yeah, that one was cool, right? That is a huge dog. I can't believe that that's real. Let me show you too. If you go to image, it will give you an option. You literally can come over here and you have, as you see, as I've been talking, as I place this, my suggested box literally changed. In this, your caption will actually serve as a textable section.
Explain that a little better.
So, it's not just an image because it says image and you're like, oh, well, I just have this picture, but I want to say something by the picture.
Okay.
Actually can type in this, dogs. Okay, so you're able to do that. Now, for me, I'm a huge Jack Hartman fan. And you're like, oh, I can't remember which Jack Hartman video that was. Literally. You go in here, find his videos, and they all pop up.
Oh, nice.
So if you specifically know which video you want to share, you're able to do that too. So I'm going to show you how much quicker it is for you to upload a video from the Sway suggestion. As you saw, if you remember, when I uploaded my own video, it took a while. This one, literally, you just drag and drop. But let's say you already have a video that you've been using and you know exactly what it is. Put that URL address right here. It will allow you, it'll actually pop up. So do the pirate song. Starfall, because that happens to be mine. Bam, there it goes. Add it. Oops, added it first.
So if you had a YouTube channel and wanted to upload some of the things that you have already in there, you could just copy the URL into that that search bar and paste it right in.
And it would do it, yes. I'm trying to think. I also want to show you something else that comes in the group. So these are pretty much your standard grouping items. But if you look across here, it also has and it comes to group. You actually have one that's like an automated group, which will just stack, like literally you just dump a whole bunch of videos in there and it'll just populate those into a group type. Not really particularly happy about the outcome, but you can do it. So let's try that. We'll do media, video, and I'm just gonna go through and as you can see, you literally just drag and drop and it'll automatically group those. The other group option is to do it in grids. If you do it in grids, it will it'll have your videos or your pictures or your text to be aligned in a grid format.
So can you put one together and then preview it so we can see what it looks like?
Here, let's see, children. So I'm here. And just so that you'll see the difference, I'm gonna go ahead and play.
It's funny how good it already looks.
And this is without background. I'm gonna show you background in a minute. So
This is just the stacked, regular
this is your
stacked.
stacked. This
Section 2.
and this becomes your grid right here. So this one right here was your where was it? As I go back and look. And that's the wonderful thing about it. You just go back and look. This section was our group. It was our automatic, sorry. And then the difference between our grid. So this right here was our automatic. This one was our grid. As you can see, the grid pretty much shows you what is going to be the best look for your sway. Okay. Now, if you want to start adding some style or stylizing your presentation, literally what you would do is come over here to design. Come over here to design. It's ready for design. Over here on your at your right is your are your style options. Now for me, I like a vertical. I like the vertical setup, but there's also a horizontal where literally you can scroll across like a book.
I like that.
Or you can go into slides like your that basically align to your more traditional PowerPoint.
Very good.
And I'm having to, there it goes. So you're able to click like a traditional PowerPoint. So if we're going, like I said, so you basically say, hey, I want to stylize it. You have all of these awesome options. It gives you so many opportunities to basically make it your own. And you'll notice if I, you can remix and basically Sway will do it for you. I'm usually not real happy. I'm like, let me play with these things. So let's see.
There's so many options.
There are tons of options. I love it. That was a that I used last. But it filters it for you. And as you can see, these become your headers. And so you'll notice that it doesn't take away from the whole thing. So once again, if we look at this, remember this is our stack. This one right here is our automatic. This becomes our grid. So you have those options. Once again, I just prefer.
So Teresa Koppel, a question. She
Yes.
said, do you find this is faster than making a PowerPoint?
The first one, no, because you kind of get caught up. But after that, to me, it is. It's and then also using once you create your template, and that's usually what I'll do is I'll create my basic template for whatever I'm doing. In fact, let me take you over so you can see. Oh, that was the other thing. The wonderful thing about you got up and you walked away and your computer turned off and you're like, ah, I lost everything. You don't. Sway automatically, periodically will save your work for you, which is awesome. Because I've walked away from my computer several times and I'm like, oh, where did it go? And so as you saw, I just clicked out of it. I did not save anything, and there it goes.
Very good. That's nice to know. One other question is, just to be clear, we can send this to a parent regardless of what computer applications they have, such as Microsoft, Apple, on their phone, via email.
Yes. So let me go to that one. This one was so this became my my template. Just so that you'll know, this became the template that I started to use every time. So I'm going to go and share that one. So if you come here to this box right here that says share, and mind you, it's going to share. You can share it from whichever vantage point that you like. I'm going to do it in just in the design, in the storyline format. If you come up here to share, you'll notice that you have different share options. So you can share it with specific people or groups. So if you already have your email list, you can choose this. Those in your organization with the link. So if you choose this, only individuals of RCOE will be able to receive your sway, or anyone with a link. So I actually try to import this into my, or to import my Google Classroom into my sway, but you can but you can put your sway into your Google Classroom. So here, I say,
Wait, I have a question now. You can actually import your Google Classroom into your sway? Did you do it?
No, you can't do it. You can't do Google Classroom into your sway, but you can put your sway into your Google Classroom.
Okay.
Because you have two different types of way, actually 3 different types of ways of sending, because you can do it as a embedded code, and you know that you're able to put an embedded code into your Google Classroom.
Right.
Or you can do the visual link, or just a straight visual link. Now, I was sending this to my parents through their cell phones as a text message. So if you come here, you are going to do, if you don't want anybody to to be able to adjust it or to edit it, you would do a view only. Excuse me. It gives you an HTTP or a hyperlink or whatever. You copy it, and let's see. You know what? Susan called me. Hold on, I'm gonna find Susan's phone number.
Don't share it.
I'm gonna share it with Susan. But literally, if you have a phone number, and I'm gonna see if she's able to open it from her drive. So okay. I go here, and because most of the time, like I said, I have it on my. I also can access it from my phone, because if you have your Microsoft, or you can access your classroom computer. Your email, your RCO issued email from your phone. You literally go back into your email, find your sway, and send it. And well, Susan, let's see. I'm gonna just send it to her. I wanted to send it to her phone so she could see it. So let me do that. Sorry. And it literally comes up in minutes. I'm just gonna try to access my email, sorry. So mine comes up on my Office. Yay.
So when you guys go to the Microsoft launching page that contains all of the apps available to you, if for some reason on that one page you don't see Sway, right below your list of apps, there's a more apps link. When you click that, it'll show you every single Microsoft app that's available to you through your RCOE Office 365. I encourage all of you guys to go and click around and play with them, because there are so many things that you may find useful, especially now that we're in this distance learning format.
Mm.
So Angela, are you sharing a link with somebody? Is that what you're doing?
I was gonna try to send it to, okay, it's not working. I was gonna try to send it to Susan to see if she would be able to pull it up on her phone.
Well, why don't you put it in the chat and then everybody can have access to it?
Oh, duh, thank you. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get to the chat. So literally, I can, oh, there it goes. I'm like, where's the chat?
Okay.
So you'll notice that literally all you have to do is click. And most of my parents were accessing this from their cell phones or from their iPads. So as long as they had this URL address, they were able to do it. Now, Sean, and Rosa actually started this before our Google Classroom started. And so a lot of times I was like, oh my goodness, instead of me trying to build this myself, I was able to actually share it with them to basically add their sections. So this allowed us to work so much smarter because it's like I would say, okay, I'm just going to do the story. You do the you can do another section, and you do another section, and we were able to build from there. If you're wanting to collaborate with other teachers, if you go to the edit section, and you'll notice this is the share where they can only view. This is the edit URL. And if I send somebody this, they're actually able to go in, look at my Sway, and add their components. It was so awesome, just to let you know. It made it so much easier. Number one, we weren't having to reinvent the wheel. And then once our collaborated Sway was completed, we then sent our individual parents the view-only version of our collaborative work.
Nice. And I know many teachers are actually coming together and collaborating on their Google Classrooms. And I think this is a really good way to work together, to put that together.
I'm trying to come back and see you guys. I'm sorry.
Very nice.
Where's everybody going? So just to kind of take you through what this one looks like.
So this is what the families would see once you send them the link.
This is what the families would see. And like I said, it clicks. It's pretty intuitive. That was my birthday video.
Oh, you didn't share your sound with the screen. That's okay.
Oh, you can't hear this?
No. So just so you guys know, at some point we'll have Angela come and help us learn how to embed videos within a video. That's going to be another meeting that we're going to have.
Okay, sorry. I apologize. So once again, this is literally what I see. And as you can see, I had individuals who collaborated with me. So here's my title page. This right here, this section, you'll notice is my header, my subheader. Within my subheader, this is not stacked, this grouping. And if you like, oh, well, what did I do there? If you highlight the area, it'll actually show you. You can come in here and add different elements. I moved on to my second section. So here is my header. This will tell you if this is your main header or your secondary header. My collaborative groups were my PT and OT. So my I wanted resources for my families. So I put my resources here. My OT PT information is here. And so these were actual uploaded files. And then I did a, because I was talking about different, so you'll notice here, here's my header, this is my subheader. So it is actually within the same grouping. Directing my parents back to Google Classroom because they had gotten used to just pulling this up. And so it gives you, I mean, and you basically can make it as long or as short as you want, as you can see.
So Angela, a couple questions. Yes. Maria Haro would like to know if you can see which students have accessed or seen the specific videos.
Okay, so it doesn't, I love that aspect of it actually. Let me go back to edit. I'm gonna go back to,
and then when you finish that thought, can you show us what it looks like in your Google Classroom?
Yes. So if you look, so like, let's say, I want to see how many people, sorry, let me view all of my sways. This will tell you who, how long ago it was. I'm trying to get to see more. Okay, there it goes. This one, it tells you how many times it had been viewed.
But not who viewed it, right?
Doesn't necessarily tell you who had, let me see. Hold on. I think it does. Because my parents, I was able to see. No, it doesn't say who viewed it.
It would be, I think it would be in your share.
Right here.
There it is.
So if you look right here, it'll tell you how many times it's been viewed, what the average time it's been viewed, how many deep reads. And deep reads just means that basically they went through every single slide.
How did you get that information to pop up there?
It's literally, it populates in on the sway front page.
Okay, automatically.
I'm gonna see. Oh, no, it doesn't. Sorry.
Okay, so it gives you some information, but not all of it.
Now, let me go and I think I already have, let me see, I'm gonna share. Sorry. If I go back to, I'm just gonna find that one. This is the only thing is I start like having all these windows open. Okay, go back to our teachers rock. Go back to your share option. And it was easier for me in the embed code, but you can also just do it from your cut and paste. And then let's go to my Google Classroom. I come to my classroom and I'm going to add it. I always go from coursework or from classwork. If I create, and I'm going to create using material. Add, come to your link and add your link. And there it goes.
Okay, so you would link it to your Google Classroom the same way you would any other link.
Basically. And as you see, it'll pop up. You tell them to play, And there it is for them in the Google Classroom. So just as anything, I want to see you guys. So I'm going to stop sharing.
So while you're navigating,
Oh, sorry.
we have a question. It says, do you know if Sway has the capability to close caption or subtitle the embedded videos?
I did see, let me see. Let me go back.
You're gonna have to share your screen again. Oh, there you
Okay,
go.
can you guys see that?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna go back to our edit version and go to our video. And what I've done is, let me see, because I tried this with one other person. Let me come here. I'm gonna go to media, video. If you go to your search engine and put in there, we'll do Jack Hartman. It's literally a method of you having to put it in there.
So you would find videos that already contain the closed caption.
That already have the closed caption, yes.
So Sway does not close caption.
I have not been able to see that option.
Okay.
Let's see.
I would assume it would not. I would assume that you could only upload media that contained closed captioning, because you can't videotape directly from this platform.
You actually, no, you cannot. I was gonna say.
All right.
Sorry.
That's okay. All right. Any other questions at this point? Or Angela, do you have any other little bells and whistles you want to show us?
I can't think of any.
That's okay.
Honestly, like I said, I started using this. Let me see you guys. I have issues. How do I see you guys again? Oh,
You can stop share.
Thank you. I started using this just to share information with my parents. I have found that using it as an IEP supplement, my last 2 meetings were both had to be translated, and we're having to do it via Zoom. And being able to share in this format allows parents to see the progress that the students have made, and it just makes for such a much more smooth presentation than just sharing your IEP screen. Let's be honest, when we're sitting in face-to-face doing our IEP meetings, even if the parent is able to see the IEP right before them, they don't necessarily speak IEPese. They don't, all those boxes and stuff really makes very little sense to them, even if they're very versed. So you imagine trying to do it in this format, how much more aesthetically appealing it would be to do a presentation, as opposed to sitting there and just talking at the parents, going through the different sections of the IEP. So literally, and like I said, the first one that I did, it took me a minute, but literally all it was cut and paste. I wasn't adding anything, cut and paste and build. Because most of us already, it sounds bad, but most of us do our IEPs in our sleep. We know the boxes to push. We know, what goes here. So it's just a matter of you filling out your form and then adding that to your Sway grid. So I set it up so that it fit me because, of course, I do preschool special ed. So, my present levels are there. I talk about, for me doing the Sandy, what was the percentage growth, or what was the growth between the fall and the spring? And the parents are like, what? Oh my goodness. And then, like I said, you're able to import your videos that you've been taking for data collection. If you have data collection, the Sway will allow you to create a grid or a graph so that the parent can actually see the amount of growth. So outside of, I mean, now that we have Google Classroom, I don't necessarily use my Sway for instruction as much. I do still have parents who prefer this. But I definitely, once I imported my IEPs, I probably will use this as a supplement to my IEP from here on out. Because I actually was pleased. And my parents, I mean, just to see my parents, they're like, oh my goodness. The last one that I showed you, you know, I mean, this parent was basically like, oh, she can't do none of that. I've never seen her do that. And then for her to actually be able to see this video and it not be overwhelming, it was pretty awesome. And it took less time because I personally was not going back through the IEP, reading through the IEP, who my administrator who was taking notes was basically had opened their form. They were able to input information as it came. And I literally could just narrate through the Sway.
Nice. So I see some people have researched the closed captioning within Sway and actually put some instructions in there for us.
Oh, yay.
Thank you for that. Teresa Koppel did ask, how do you embed a link in a Sway?
Okay, so let me go back. I'm gonna go share my screen, I think.
And just so you guys all know, I will be, I am recording, so this will be put into our Google Classroom. And I will also save the chat as well so that you guys have access to that at a later date. So you can just kind of watch it later and pause and play as you guys are playing with the Sway app.
So I'm gonna, so if you come here and you're gonna go to media, and media actually allows for an embedded link. So let's say I want to go ahead and give them, it's telling me to move it. I don't want to move it. I just want to add it. So come to your media and you're able to embed here. And so what it, oops, there it goes. So it says paste your embed code here. So did I still have it? Oh, I do. So if you want to whatever it is that you're embedding, you literally just push the media button and then literally move on. It was in frame based.
I think you embedded another Sway into a Sway.
I did. I thought it would work. It's what I had in my copy.
Yeah, but that's fine.
Long story short, if you have your embed code, so like for instance, most of our YouTube's videos, or if you're wanting to link it to another website, you're able to come to the embed code, enter that information, and it will pop up.
Very good. You got, so Teresa got the same error message. I guess she's composing Sway as we speak. What was it you were, Teresa, can you unmute yourself and tell us what you were trying to embed into the Sway? Teresa's probably trying to find the unmute.
Okay, so in iframe-based embeds usually are links to, like, are you trying to link to another website?
Okay, so what I was trying to do was embedding from the Hearing Loss Association face mask hearing loss tips. So I was trying to embed that, and I went to the media, just like you said, and I did the embed, and then I saw the lower section to embed it, but I got the same error message as you did.
I'm looking.
Support iframe-based embeds. I don't know what iframe-based
I just looked it up too. It's an HTML. So some
It's coding.
HTML document.
Okay.
So here's my assumption. So HTML is a coding is a type of coding. So if the website is not made with using that coding, it won't embed it. However, I'm wondering if rather than using the embed code section, if you could just put it into a text box as a link.
That it did work. So I did do a text card with the link, and you then can and then it will outsource it in.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I was able to do that as
very good.
Right. I'm sitting here as Angela is making hers, and I was like copying and making mine on my iPad. Because I learned by doing, so I had to do it.
Yeah, that's good. That's okay. That is okay. All right.
Literally 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, let me see. I just to share too, I'm gonna try to see. I'm trying to find her. One of the YouTube people who I keep going back to is, and I'll pull up her information. She just has had a lot of really interesting tips as to what you can do in your Sway and other online teachings. So I'm gonna find her information and I'll put it here.
Yeah, YouTube has been very useful to many of us in learning how to use some of these online platforms for distance learning. As you know, some of us are different levels of technology savvy, and that's okay. As long as we're constantly looking to learn new things. And I thank you all for being here, because that tells me that you guys all want to learn new things to better help your students, given the fact that we're doing this and it's not the best nor the ideal format for our kids to learn. I want to remind you guys, this is temporary. And hopefully some of the things that you're learning here will translate into the classroom in the future, because I think it'll be useful then too. So we're all going to be tech experts when we go back to the classroom, and we're all going to be doing great new things with our kids in a face-to-face manner, and I look forward to that. And with that, do you guys have any more questions for Angela? Okay.
I do. I'm sorry. I noticed that you were getting YouTube videos from a pool on what I was looking at the top right corner of the screen. Can you request specific videos on Sway, or are you only given a pool?
You can actually, it gives you suggestions. You literally can go, like, I've had times where I've gone out of my Sway to find a certain video or a certain upload, and then I literally just pull. Because you know at the top here, let me show you. Let's see. Give me a video that you would be interested in.
The turkey dance freeze. That's my total favorite from the Learning Station.
Okay. So let's go there. Oh my goodness, I'm in love with him too.
Don, he's the man.
I do the morning song. So let's say you want the turkey dance.
Turkey dance freeze.
By the Brain Breaks.
I just have to say, you guys are all such teachers. Turkey dance freeze.
So literally here, as you can see,
it's right there. I see it.
Imaginable one there. So I'm gonna say, you know what? I want this one right here, and I'll pop it in.
Suppose it wasn't there though. How do you find it? I picked it real easy.
So what I've done is I've gone to YouTube. And let's say it's a video that I'm just not able to find. Can you guys see what's on my YouTube?
Yes.
Yes.
This is what I do all day. So you go in here and just put in whatever video it is you want. Let's say I'm gonna do the turkey dance at a wedding. Chicken dance at a wedding. Oh, see, look, mine already knows. And literally, if you go here, this looks fun. If you go here and and you go to the video, you'll notice that there is a share option.
Okay, wait. I'm looking for it. Okay, yeah, I remember Esmeralda showing me this for the
And then
Google
you
to copy it.
Oops, let me see. Can you guys hear the turkey dance? I'm trying not to.
No.
Okay, good. So if you go to share, it gives you two options. You can either embed, and it'll give you this whole coding. So, oh, there it goes, as like you said.
That's an iframe code.
So here goes the iframe code. So you'll know that that's going to definitely embed into your Sway. You can either do this. I never go that route. Or you just come here and get it right there. Copy, paste, go back to your Sway. I'm editing. Usually it doesn't take long, as you guys can see. I have like all these windows open.
You probably already have it open in one of those tabs.
I do. But so I'm gonna come here and I want to embed my come to the link. Put it there. Chicken dance. And then it once you play it, you'll notice that it's there.
Cool. Thank you so much. That's good to know. We could do our PLC presentations this way instead of science boards if we were all able to get a handle on that. It looks a little bit easier than a like those
Marilyn, I think people would kill you if you said end of the year presentations.
We're actually, yeah, I think that'll be for next year.
Oh yeah,
have a year to
now.
practice.
Yeah, need to use it with the practice, definitely.
Yeah, a year to practice. Okay.
And I'll be for anybody who's interested. Like I said, I love it for the IEP. Mine has the transition attached to it, but if anybody is interested, I have no problem sharing my IEP Sway because I love it that much. I love Sway for my IEPs.
Very good. Thank you so much, Angela. And again, we have our next video cast presentation will take place this afternoon. It will start at 1 o'clock, and the topic is classroom organization and transition activities. So I welcome you guys to come and pop in on that one as well. Hopefully you found this useful, and I challenge you guys to log into Sway and play with it and put something together for your families. And when you do, share it with us too, so that other people can see the goodness that you're putting out there in the world. And so with that, I will leave you guys. Thank you all for your participation and your questions. Again, if you think of a question after this is over, just shoot us an email. We'll be glad to help you with anything. And again, this video recording and the chat will be saved in our Google Classroom that Shelly has put together for us.
I'm sorry. I said that I would share my IEP Sway. What I will do, and I'll send it to Ez or Shelly. Shelly, I'll take out my student information to maintain the confidentiality of the student, and at least give you a shell so that you kind of have something to go by.
Very good. Thank you. That's awesome. Sharing is caring.
Yes. So
all right. Thanks, guys. We'll see you later. Again, you're welcome to come to our next video cast. It will be useful information as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Angela. It went really well. I was quietly in the background the whole time.
Yeah.
I know. I was like, should I stay on in case?
I'm glad we're
No, you're good. How did it feel?
It was a little. I was like, kind of like, okay, am I getting everything? Am I doing everything? I felt bad. I was like, is it the 26? That was what happened.
Few minutes. You know what? By the time I got logged in at 7 after, you guys were rocking and rolling, so it's fine. It's a hard time
Susan
right
had
now.
my phone number.
I know. I was like looking through my contacts. I don't think, did I send you the 26th?
Yeah, no, Susan was like,
well, today is the 26th.
I know.
I'm like, wait a minute.
And I said that too. I was like, I thought it was 2026.
You
That
did
is
great,
so
Angela.
funny.
You did great. Did you like a better format that you didn't have to rush through it, like being an hour?
I did. I was like, oh my goodness, am I getting all the information? You know what I mean? Because that's the hard part.
Yeah.
Because I have played with it.
I thought you were pretty thorough, and the questions were pretty good. And I think you went through it pretty well in terms of them being able to go in and actually start playing with it and looking at things and embedding things. It's a good start. I think it was good. And then they'll have the video if for some reason they forget how to do something. And as a matter of fact, let me stop the recording.
Yeah, don't ever record